What's going on, Guardians? TBL here, back from Planet Destiny to cover something a little bit different today. As part of the IGN First series covering Destiny 2, today, for their last day, they decided to host an AMA with Bungie itself. And over the course of this video, we're going to be covering some of the most important things we learned from that AMA. IGN user Wow2Hazard asked Bungie this: is there any reason as to why we didn't see a theater mode in Destiny 1? Will it be included in Destiny 2? Theater mode, of course, being a mode that kind of records ongoing gameplay. You can go back, maybe watch a Crucible match or a strike from different angles, giving it all kinds of control. It was something that was kind of available in Halo and became very popular with some of the recent Call of Duty games. And Destiny 2 project lead Mark Noseworthy answered like this: Destiny 2 doesn't feature a theater mode. I don't know for certain if the sword glitch still functions. We've changed a lot of the code and content under the hood for how things work, including swords, for which there are now many types, seemingly confirming the fact that swords in their heavy or power weapon capacity will be returning in Destiny 2, and there's going to be a ton of new types of them. Can't wait to see where that leads. IGN user KooHippo asked, it's been mentioned a few times that Destiny 2 will be a lot easier to update than Destiny 1. How quick or frequent would this be? Noseworthy answered like this: I think where we didn't meet our own expectations and that of the community was with rich new content on a predictable schedule. We tried out a lot of different shapes and sizes in Destiny 1, and we're confident we have a really good offering in the pipe for Destiny 2. Players will always want more, and we're going to try as hard as we can to deliver. IGN user BrigasmV2 asked, will Destiny 2 support HDR or have any enhancements on the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X? To which Bungie answered, as you can see in the Destiny 2 beta, the PS4 Pro is already supporting dynamic 4K resolution. The Xbox One X ships after Destiny 2, so we don't have any announcements for how we'll be supporting it right now, but it is something we're interested in. In terms of HDR, we won't support HDR at Destiny 2 console launch. IGN user Renandra asked, will our characters remain mute through the sequel? And Destiny 2 project director lead Luke Smith answered, yep. Doesn't really bother me too much, but I am a little bit bummed by. We have been basically silent since year one of Destiny, and part of the reason for that is because Bungie likes to create a blank slate with these characters. This character that you're playing as, your Guardian, is essentially supposed to be you in video game form, and I guess they feel having a voice for that kind of pulls away from it. I just think it's a little bit jarring to go from a character who spoke and responded, at least in the few cutscenes we had in Destiny 1, at least year one of Destiny 1, to basically being silent for the next 3 years or so. I don't know, kinda weird. IGN user IXL Link asked, are there any multi-passenger vehicles? We saw a bunch of vehicles coming in Destiny 2 like the tank and whatnot. Are any of them going to be multi-passenger? And Luke Smith answered, nope. IGN user WBDog asked, what are some of the changes you're making to the game as a result of feedback from the beta? Very good question. Luke Smith answered like this: by the time the beta was live, the team had already been playing a pretty different version of the PvE tuning from our couches. Grenades are more powerful, kinetic and energy weapons have had damage improvements, and a power ammo economy refactor. We've also made tons and tons and tons of changes of various sizes that is a function of closing down a video game. We're almost done. In the wake of the beta, we've made a few changes that will increase super regeneration across the game, kind of addressing one of the big complaints from the beta, in that ability cooldowns basically took way too long, including your super. Glad they're making a change to that. And finally, IGN user Corgi8 asked, will PvP and PvE be balanced separately or as one? Tackling one of the biggest points of criticism Bungie has been receiving ever since the Destiny 2 beta, and really since before that. And Luke Smith answered like this: PvP and PvE are balanced separately in many ways. Things like outgoing damage across weapon archetypes, ability and melee damage are all different. So I think what you're actually asking is, will the combat rhythm for Destiny 2 diverge across PvE and PvP? The answer to that is no. In Destiny, you build a character with a bunch of powers, abilities, and we hope a combat rhythm that is consistent across the game. And that's pretty much it for IGN's first Ask Bungie Anything about Destiny 2. Didn't really learn too much from this, other than story-wise, our Guardian is still going to be mute, and there are no two-person vehicles, which kind of bums me out a little bit. I was hoping for a little bit of cooperative vehicle action in Destiny 2, but hey, at least we're getting a tank, and I can't wait to see what we do with that. We also got a bit more information, of course, about some of the changes made to the game that are going to be different from what we experienced in the Destiny 2 beta, which has been confirmed to be an older build. So grenades are going to be a bit better, they're going to be a bit more powerful, as will primary and energy weapons. Power ammo is going to drop more often. Your super cooldowns are going to be tuned so that you get them maybe more than just twice a strike or more than just once for a PvP match. And of course that while Bungie is interested in HDR support for both the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, they don't really have anything to announce for it right now. But alright Guardians, that's pretty much it for Bungie's admittedly kind of sparse Ask Me Anything for the IGN First series. I think this does conclude IGN's first look at Destiny 2. Which means we're all just going to have to sit back and be bummed until Destiny 2 finally launches on September 6th, 2017. It's gonna be a rough month and a half. But alright, that's it for this one, Guardians. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to let us know what you Guardians think of this down in the comments section below. Was there a question you really wanted to see Bungie answer? Be sure to let us know. And of course, make sure you're staying tuned to Planet Destiny, where we will be continuing our coverage of Destiny 2. But alright, thanks so much for watching, Guardians. As always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.